Are you the philosopher?
What is a philosopher?
Well, yes and no. Walter Kaufman, a modern philosopher, comparing described a philosopher is someone who fights our fears to understand things. They crash with our own custom, privileges, or belief, and try to make us more sensitive on the points of view, and to show how an outlook that is widely slandered and misunderstood looks and feels from the inside. John Herman, who was a professor of philosophy, said the most essential and creative functions of a philosopher is that of a statesman of idea, in whose speculative power, the power to look upon what is added to critical argument, the power to make it all fit together and work out a newer and more inclusive idea, which will embrace the worldly belief and work out a newer and more inclusive idea. At his most impressive, a philosopher can give us novel perspective on all time and all eternity.
You are a philosopher, alright?
Where are you from?
Well, until I moved here more than 1.5 years ago to study in MIECC, I lived for years in Cheras, but I never thought of it as home.
Why?
I was born there, but I guess the truth is I've never really had a home. I'm not sure there's any such thing as home.
No such thing as home.
What is home?
I'll tell you what home is. This place is not my home. The only reason I'm here is because this is where my stepmother dumped me. I'm not choiced by here, so it can be my home. My home is choose to. My home is a place you choose to live there.
What do you feel? Ever had a luxury of choosing where we live? I live where my work and for a good home for my dear wife and kids.
Home is where your bed is. This place is where my bed is. This place is my home.
How many of you feel like this place is your home?
I must say, I am so surprised. There's so few of you think this is your home.
This is one of my home. I still have my home in Singapore too.
Do you come and go between them?
Well, no, but I never plan to sell it. As long as I have it, I feel I still have a home there. What about the expression, make yourself at home? It made me ask myself, where are the places I feel at home? Even though I've been here for several years now, I still don't feel at home. I still feel like I did when I first moved into my house in Singapore so long ago. That first month I was there, it was just a house. It took time for it to become a home. Not just a house, but the entire area. But eventually it became more than a home. It became the place where I learned to cook. The place where I made lifelong friends. Where I fell in love. I thought I would eventually see this place as home. But I still haven't. It's still just a house.
How does a house become a home?
Well, I think that first of all, you have to want to live there. Even there is other places maybe you'd rather be. If you have your trotters, you have to somehow feel that it's your place, your base. But I just don't feel that way about here. I don't know if I ever will.
I don't think I've ever thought of any of the places I physically live since becoming an adult as home. I think I feel about them as you do about houses. I used to think it was because I moved pretty frequently. But then I think that as a child, I moved frequently too. But very quickly, I came to think of whatever place we live as a home and not just as houses. time, I think the only time I feel at home is when I'm on the road. I was a freelance journalist for many years, so I travel constantly and I got used to spending most of my night in motel rooms. To this day, after I'm home for more than a week, I start to get antsy. I pull up the address and look at all the places I've been and all the places I would still like to go.
She is not someone without that. It just occurred to me that all this is I never felt was home. I wonder, it just because it was a condominium instead of real home. I don't think it was. I don't think here as a real home either. I wish I understood why.
What is a real home?
A real home is when you know and that let you in. I bet the reason you don't think of the place you live as a home is because the very place that you ever chose to live, but places were chosen for you, even though they let you in. You never know.
I think you are absolutely right. A real home where you were born and raised. But that was home my which is nearby and which is your parents really. Rather feel my home to be as people.
You can go home again. Well, maybe you can. It's not the same, and you are not the same. You can go back, but is it still home? Or is it a new home? Is it a stranger's home? Those people, the protagonists in the novel, you can go home again, who say that the essence of question is, the essence of belief is doubt. The essence is reality is questioning. For him, home is the place you come from and the place you live in order to discover the world beyond. And in the process, break out of your existential eggshell.
Yes, the novel's final memorable passage is said to have come from a voice that had spoken to people in the night. To lose the earth you know, for greater knowing. To lose the life you have, for greater life. To leave the friends you love, for greater loving. To find a land more kind than home, more lush than earth. The author, Thomas Wolfe himself, seemed to have found a land more kind than home. But he eventually did not consider this land to be home. And even though he felt that he couldn't go home again, he still felt the home of his youth was home. It was part of the fabric of his being. In a physical and existential sense, Wolfe felt a rootedness and connectedness there that no distance in time or place could erase. And that no other land on this planet, no matter how kind, could replace.